focus. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is a really simple one. It's not in any of my books yet. We're going to draw a baby monster. That's right, a baby monster. And we're going to start with a circle. So when I draw, I start with simple shapes. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a big circle. That's going to be the baby monster's head. It's got a head that's really big. It's going to have a tiny body. So everybody make a circle. It could be a lumpy circle. It could be a smooth circle, whatever you want. And the body is also going to be a circle. So down here, I'm going to make a small circle. It looks like a snow person upside down. Okay, so there's my beginnings of my baby monster. Now, I want to have one arm right here and one arm right here. I'm going to have like a t-shirt design. So right where the two pieces meet, I'll make a line that goes out like that and a line that goes out like that. Then we're going to go down, down, and then you go into the body. So it looks like a rectangle kind of hiding behind there. So there's two sleeves. The legs I'm not going to do just yet, but and I'm not going to do the hands yet. But let's put some pants on this thing or something. Or look, I'm putting some underpants on. It's Baby Monster Underpants. Captain Baby Monster Underpants. Don't tell Dave Pilkey I did this. You know Captain Underpants? You guys know Captain Underpants? Yeah, it's Dave Pilkey, right? Did that book, Carrie? Yeah. Okay, so I want to put a t-shirt on this, so I have a smile line right there for the collar. Maybe this shirt shrunk in the dryer, so there's a line that goes up and down. There's a little belly button. I want to have an eye or multiple eyes. You can decide how many eyes you want. I'm going to have a big giant eye right here. So I'll make a circle. And for the pupil, I'll make a circle inside that. Now, when you draw eyes, to make them look kind of shiny, you leave a white spot somewhere in the eye, and I'll use the pupil to leave a white spot in the eye. I'm going to make a little circle, and I'm going to color around it. You see how the little white spot, if I cover it up, it doesn't look as shiny, right? If you leave the little white spot on there, it makes it look shiny. You can put eyelashes on that if you like. You could have a big, even a bigger eye. You could have a whole bunch of eyes. It's up to you. It's your drawing. You could put a nose on it. I'm not going to put a nose on mine, but I'm going to put a little tiny baby mouth. It's a tiny little baby mouth. And I think my baby monster needs ears. So I typically use a letter C and a backwards letter C for the ear. So you make like a letter C and a backwards letter C. And the top of your ear, it kind of curves over, folds over. So you want to see like the thickness of the top of the ear. So I make a line that goes up like this and a line that goes up like this. Kind of looks like a baby monkey. So now you can make whatever kind of hands you want on yours. You could have octopus tentacles coming out. That'd be kind of fun. Put some octopus tentacles coming out of those. But I'm gonna do Maine lobster claws. You guys have seen a Maine lobster, right? They have big claws. I'm gonna show you a simple way to make a good lobster claw, because a lot of people don't know how to make a good lobster claw. So right here, we're gonna make a line that goes up and then down. It goes up, over a hill, and then back down. That's the big crusher claw. They have a crusher claw and then a pincher claw. One's more pointy. So you make this line that goes up over a hill and goes down, and then you're gonna make a line that is kind of bumpy, but it goes back only about halfway, because right here in your hand, this is my claw. This is muscle, right? So lobsters have a big muscle right here. So you don't want to have the line go way back there, because then you'd have a little tiny muscle to open and close the claw. We want to have a big muscle right there. So we're going to make a bumpy line going about halfway back, stop right about there. And then you're gonna make a little line that goes down, kind of on an angle. I'll go down. I'm gonna stop for a second so kids can catch up. And they're recording this, so if you guys want to be able to go back and look at these again and be able to stop and follow along, maybe a little easier if you follow the recording. So then we're gonna go back to the hand, to the arm like this. So that's the big part of the claw, and this is where all the muscle is, like crushes down. And it's got like the thumb. So you're gonna make a little line that goes like this, and then you make a bumpy line going back in like that. There's your big lobster claw. That's the crusher claw. The pincher claw is the same thing, except it's more pointy. So we're gonna go out. We're gonna go to a point. Make a little point on the end if you want. And then you go about halfway back, just like you did over here. We're gonna go down on an angle, just like you did over here. And then we're gonna go back here. So it's the same thing, but this is more pointy, and same with its little thumb. We're gonna go out and go to a point and go back in like this. And you can actually add little spiky things on this one, if you like. And this one has almost like bumpy teeth on it. That's the crusher claw. Now you decide what kind of legs you want on yours. I was at a school and a kid put chicken legs on it. I thought it was so funny. One kid put a tutu on it and ballerina legs. That was kind of cute. Another kid took my suggestion about octopus tentacles here and made the octopus tentacles come out of here. But I'm going to do this. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to make a line that goes down, a line that goes down. Maybe it's a genie. I don't know. But I'm going to make a letter V that's on its side here. And then make some lines like this. It's a mermaid. And for scales, I use letter U's. So you can do whatever you want there. Now, what are you going to do on the top of your baby monster's head? You're going to put crazy hair on it? You're going to put a top hat on it? Are you going to put Viking horns on it? Is it going to have a fish fin sticking up on the top of its head? I'm going to have a rectangle on the top of Mayan's head. I don't know why there's a rectangle up there, but I'm putting a rectangle. But you'll see why in a second. I'll make a line that goes out, a line that goes out, a line that goes out, a line that goes out. Then a wavy line, and a wavy line. And a rectangle hiding behind there, and a rectangle hiding behind there, and one curly baby monster hair. And oh no, I made a mistake here. You know, when you make a mistake, sometimes kids get frustrated, they make mistakes. Turn your mistake into something. This isn't really a mistake, but maybe it is. This was never a belly button. This was always going to be an eyeball. And you can put little specks on there, you know, like on your eyeball. There you go. So, Mrs. Conway, do you have a drawing that you did? Could you share your drawing? And Mrs. Small, could you show your drawing? Let's see how the principal and your media specialist did. You're the media specialist, right, Mrs. Small?
All right, here's Mrs. Conway's drawing.
Nice job. I got to watch out for my job. You might want to take my job.
Mrs. Conway is not the best artist, but I really appreciated how step-by-step it was. It helped me.
Well, see, that's the whole point. You know, I try to take away a little bit of the mystery of drawing. Drawing is really about starting with simple shapes. If you start drawing lots of little tiny detail, you'll never draw a good picture. But if you start by using simple shapes and adding onto the simple shapes, you can do a better job. Right, Mrs. Small?
Yes, definitely.
I think yours came out great. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I might change him from a fish to something else.
Yeah, it's your drawing. You can do whatever you want with it. But the main thing is to have fun with it and remember to keep it simple and add the details. When you're done with your drawing, always put your autograph on it. And I'll put a C with a circle in front of mine. I'm going to give you guys a little lesson about copyright. Okay, so Mrs. Small, did you know that copyright changed in 1978 from a law that existed since 1907? Anytime anybody creates an original piece of artwork, including you kids, the instant you create it, it is copyright. It is intellectual property. You don't have to pay for copyright. That's registering your copyright. But even kids' artwork is protected by law. As long as it's original, you haven't copied anybody else's. You put the C with a circle around it in front of your name, and then you put the date, 2021 on mine there. And you guys ready to do another one? How are we doing for time?
We have a half
I just keep
hour.
going all night, you know. I'll go till
We
like
could. We
Yeah, we're good.
could.
Got a
so I'll
half
get rid
hour.
of this one.
He's a night owl.
Yeah,
Hey,
I never sleep.
I know.
My 4-year-old wanted me to show that she actually started following it as well.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. See, that's 4 years old. That's great. All right, so let's do another drawing. Everybody get another piece of paper out. How about we do a robot? Robots are easy to do too. We're gonna do a robot. You can add all kinds of things to your robot when you're done. And I'm gonna start with a rectangle on its side. I want my head kind of tilted. So that's gonna be the head of my robot. I want my head kind of tilted on my robot. And then down here, I think I'll use a circle. So the head and the body, but there's no neck. What kind of neck are you guys gonna make? Are you gonna make a springy neck? Are you gonna just have 2 lines? You could do just 2 lines. You could have like electricity, like a lightning bolt holding it up. I'm gonna make a spiral line to make it look like a spring. And the spiral line goes around and around and around. So we're gonna go around and loop and loop and loop, and it goes in there. Boing, boing, boing. There's your springy neck. So I'm gonna do some legs down here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do horizontal lines. You guys know what horizontal means. It's, you know, this way, the vertical's this way. Horizontal lines going down. So we'll have one set of horizontal lines going down this way, one set of horizontal lines going down this way. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are going to be legs. And what you're going to do is you're going to make these either wavy or you can make these bouncy. I'm going to do like bouncy. So I make a line that kind of looks like a bounce. Bounce to that one, bounce to the next one, bounce to the next one, bounce to the next one, and bounce to that one. You do the same here. Bounce, 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 and bounce, 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 bounce.
Who are these guys?
And I want to have feet, so I'm gonna make half circles down here. One right here, and one right here, but the feet aren't connected yet. So you make 2 lines connecting your feet. And if you want, you could have roller skates on there. You could have fire jet engines coming out of the bottom. I'm gonna make another rectangle down here to look like it has a sole on the bottom of the shoe. So if you want to do like fire coming out of the bottom, like it's taking off, you can make like flames coming out of the bottom. Taking off like that. Or you can have roller skates or something. How about the arms? We can do the same thing, but now these are going to be vertical lines going out. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe this is going to be tilting down a little bit. This one, I think I have these lines going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in this one, we're going to have wavy lines. So once you get your lines done, from the body, you make a wave. Wavy, 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 wavy. Wavy, wavy, wavy. I like gravy. Now you gotta do upside down wavy lines. There's somebody that doesn't have their mic muted. Upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down. Upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down, upside down. So those are like springy arms. Boing, 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 boing. And again, I'll put a rectangle on the ends of these. And you guys, what kind of hand are you going to put on there? Is it going to have like a saw blade on the end? Is it going to have like tools? Is it going to be mittens? To make simple claws, I'm just going to make a crescent shape like a moon here, and another crescent shape like a moon there, a crescent shape like a moon there, and a crescent shape like a moon there. We haven't even done anything with the head. Whatever kind of eyes you want to put on yours, you can have square eyes, you can have rectangular eyes. I like to make circles, big circles for eyes. And just like we did with the baby monster, I'm going to put pupils on there with white spots. You can put whatever you want on yours. Now, eyebrows are really great to do because eyebrows can make your creature angry, can make it bored, or can make it surprised. I'm gonna have surprised eyebrows, like whoa, like it's worried. So eyebrows give it expression. If it's down like this, it's an angry robot. If they're just like this, it's a bored robot, or it's just like, you know, just kind of hanging out. And then this one's like surprise. I think a triangle would look good right about here. You could decide on what kind of mouth you want. It could be a zigzagging line. It could be like big smile. I'm going to put like an oval, like woo, color that in. And you could have ears made out of some kind of geometric shape. It could be a rectangle. You could add triangles to it. This is your drawing, so you just add what you want to your drawing. You don't have to follow exactly the way I'm doing it. Maybe some antenna. Maybe there's some shapes on the ends of the antenna. Maybe this is a heart. Maybe this is a star. What are you going to put on the top of its head? Could be a hat, could be a top hat or something. I'm going to put a kind of a squarish thing there. I'm gonna make a light bulb because it's thinking. And so I make this part and then two lines that go up like this. And then this is gonna look like a letter C that fell over on its side. Letter C that fell over on its side. And then I'll make like a skinny upside down letter U, two lines, and then just like this, a spiral line in here. What are you going to use on your belly? It's going to have gears, it's going to have knobs, it's going to have like a speaker saying something. Maybe it's, you know, plays music. Maybe you could just do something simple like I'm going to make a circle here. I'm going to put a 12, a 6, a 3, and a 9. I'll put a circle in here, an arrow, and an arrow. So we have like a clock. How you guys do on yours? Mrs. Conway, how'd you do on yours? I see you got some help there.
Yeah. All right, here's mine.
It's looking good. They're fun. They're simple. They're fun. And everybody's is different. Make sure you autograph yours. Who wants to do a sea serpent or sea dragon? How many kids want to do a sea serpent or sea dragon? All right, the next one's gonna be a sea serpent or sea dragon. Let's take this off here. This one, hold your paper horizontally. What's that? Hot dog way? Which one's hot dog? Which one's hamburger? I don't know.
Hamburger is folded across.
Always confusing to me. Hot dog, hamburger.
A hot dog looks like a hot dog bun, so.
All right, so first thing we want to do is you put your paper horizontally like this. And I'm going to draw some water down the bottom here. Just make some simple waves, a simple wavy line. Wavy line. Let you guys catch up a little bit. I'll tape this paper behind here. So a sea serpent goes up and down, up and down, up and down through the water, up and down, up and down. Its neck on your left side, there's going to be a line that comes up. It's going to go that way, and it's going to curve forward. It's going to look like a question mark. It's going to kind of look like a question mark. So you could even start at the top and go down into the water. So I'm going to face it this way, go like this, and down into the water. It's swimming punctuation. Punctuation went for a swim tonight. Okay, so the next one, your sea serpent, it has thickness, it's like a sea snake or sea dragon. So you want to have a thickness. You're going to make another question mark side by side as it goes into the water. Make it a little wider so the neck gets a little thicker as it goes down into the water. So I'm going to go around and then down into the water like that. And then I'm going to do one even closer to that. So it's going to go around and down into the water. This is going to be where the head is going to be later on. We're not going to do the head just yet. And so the sea serpent goes up and down through the water, so its body's going underwater. It's going back up and down, back up and down. So you're going to make 3 upside down letter U's here. 1, 2. And this one's closer. 3. Maybe I'll do another one. 1, 2, 3. And then at the end, you might want to have your tail go up and maybe whip around somehow, maybe curl around and make it go to a point. So mine's going to go up like this. 1, 2. Now it's going to get skinny and go to a point. 2 and 3. Later on, you can put a tail on there or something. So those are just 3 lines going up and down through the water. Now we do the head. We're going to start. Now the top of the head's going to go out. Like it's going to come out. Then it's going to come down. So pretend you're skiing. Here I'm up on the top of this mountain. I'm going to ski down, and then at the end you're going to fall off. Wah! So I'm going to ski down this hill, and then I just fell off there. Then the jaw, like your jaw, like my jaw, goes down, then forward, down, then forward. So this one's going to go down, then forward. So the jawbone back here, you make a line that touches those 2 and then goes forward. Now I'm going to make mine open. So the mouth is going to be nice and open there. And then I go up a little bit at the end. So it's going to have a little point to the mouth. So it goes down, then forward. Remember, touch those 2 lines, then go forward. The mouth is like a letter V on its side. So the letter V on its side. So make a letter V on its side. And you can even add like a smile. Like, hi, I'm a happy sea serpent. What kind of teeth are you going to put in yours? They could be sharp teeth. They could be rounded teeth. You could have no teeth. They could be really old and just have gums, But I'm going to put some sharp teeth. They could be like triangles that kind of curve inwards. I like to have them curving inwards. And I'll do a nostril. I'll just make a little oval right here. Then I'm going to do an angry sea serpent eyeball. I'm going to start with the eyebrow. And I think of this as you're walking along and you get to a big hill, you climb up the top of the hill, but you don't look down. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it so that you can see it bigger up here. So actually, I'll do it over here. So you're gonna walk along. You're gonna climb up a hill. You're gonna look over, but you're not gonna go down the other side. So on the side of the head, walk along, climb up a hill, look over the top, but don't go down the other side. Underneath that, you're gonna put a semicircle. So right here, you put a semicircle. I'm doing it big up there so you guys can see it. You don't have to do the big one up there. You can just work on the one that's on your sea serpent itself. And you can decide whether you want a rounded pupil or like a viper pupil. It's kind of like a letter V in there. So I put like a letter V in there. And just like the other ones, I leave a white spot. So I'm going to leave a white spot on that one. Do the same right here where I have it on the face. You could add eyelashes to it. Eyelashes. Oh, it's really tired. It's got bags under its eyes. It was up late with its kids last night. Now the fun part begins. What are you going to do on its head? Are you going to have like a fin on the head? Like you can do a little fin. I was at a school and the kid put a top hat on his sea serpent. Another kid put an alien spaceship on the top of his head and aliens running down its back. One kid, and I think Mrs. Conway, you'll like this. He drew the Titanic. No, I'm sorry. He drew an iceberg on the top of its head, and he had the Titanic broken in half on its back. So the thing was like the Titanic. He told me a whole story. The Titanic never hit an iceberg. It was hit by a sea serpent with an iceberg on its head, and then it captured the Titanic on its back. So it was kind of like the kid created a whole story. So that kid actually inspired other kids in his class. Another kid drew a pirate ship on the top of its head, but then he had the water way up here, and the pirate ship was above the water, but the sea serpent itself was below the water where you couldn't see it. So it was kind of sneaky. It pretended it was a pirate ship. But you could put like a seaweed beard hanging down if you want. You could have a tongue sticking out. Blah! Some kids like to do these spiky things on the spine. So I make like a curve, and then I go in. 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 So you could do this, or you could have a fin. Do this all the way around your sea creature. And then you could figure out what kind of tail you want on yours. You could have a ball with spikes on it. You could have a monkey hanging from a branch. I don't know. You could put another head on the back here if you wanted to. If you wanted to have a head facing this way and a head facing that way, you could do that. But I'm going to make a line that goes like this, and a line that goes like this, and a wiggly line that goes in, and a wiggly line that goes in. Hey, look, it's a merpent. It's a mermaid serpent. It's a merpent. But wait a second. I'm going to add this too. A wiggly line, and then a spiral line. Oh no, it's a unimerpent. It's a unicorn. It's a mermaid. It's a serpent. It's a unimerpent. You can do whatever you want in that. And by the way, Mrs. Small, I have a unicorn book coming out next fall at the same time David Bedricky's is, and it's a how to draw unicorns. And